What's going on, Notre Dame fans? Mike Singer and Tim Hyde here from Blue and Gold with some big news. Notre Dame picking up a new commitment, four-star athlete Brandyn Hillman from Portsmouth, Virginia. Churchland High School has announced his pledge to the Fighting Irish over the likes of Kentucky and Oklahoma, Virginia Tech, and many others. 6'1", 190 pounds. You see his rankings there. We could take also a look at the industry comparison and where all of these websites had him ranked. On3 was the highest at number 291 overall player in the country, and number 12 athletes. And then, ESPN also has a 4-star. So, big time get here for Notre Dame and a little bit of a late bloomer, which we'll talk about, Tim. But let's just pop on his senior tape and we got it's about 8 minutes worth. I'm sure it goes from offense to defense and everywhere in between. So what do you think about him on tape? Lots of quarterback you'll see him at.
Sure. I mean, we talked about him a couple months ago when this first, popped out there that they were offering him. And, I felt like I was back in the 1980s and 1990s recruiting where they're finding these late guys during their senior year. And that's exactly what it is, with him, the way he's just blown up this year as a senior and all the big time schools that are going after him. He is the ultimate athlete. If that's, that's what he is. He could throw the ball, with some of these plays and whatnot, receiver, running back, when he don't doing the wildcat, you see his skill level. I love him on defense. He can fly to the ball on defense. When I first watched him, I was like, put him at strong safety because that dude loves to hit people. He is a physical football player, and you see that on his offensive film as well. So outstanding pickup, one of those hidden gems where I would love, the old backstory, but once it starts to go down there is, how did they get this guy? Because as you said, he was going to go to an FCS school. That's what he was looking at. And then all of a sudden some more film came out. Notre Dame got involved, the recruiting staff at Notre Dame to find these guys and stay in contact and create that contact. Kudos to those guys for getting this man and getting a heck of a football player out of the South. And that's always a positive.
Yeah. It only takes one of these Power 5 offers, it might have been Virginia Tech that offered, then Notre Dame did the next day. Like it's like Notre Dame's, kind of keeping him as a secret a little bit, like don't want to offer him because then everyone else offers some kind of thing. And then, someone else did. So then, we got to throw our hat in the mix, might be kind of how it went down. But, I don't like the term athlete, Tim, because for me, it's just like, just tell me what he is. Like, what is it? Why do we got to dance around this? But the thing is, you don't want to call him a quarterback or a running back or a receiver or a DB because you just don't want to put him in that box because he could be so many different things. Like, I don't like when we're going to talk about this kid being a so-and-so is a Viper, but we all darn well know that he's going to be like a 5 or a 3 technique, let's just say what it is. But with Brandyn Hillman, Tim, I truly believe that he's going to come in and they're going to give him a shot at quarterback. I think that's part of the recruiting pitch, and I think that they'd be truthful to that. Like, just bring this kid in and figure out where he's going to play because he's a darn good player. I do think that it's leaning offense, but at least to start. But the defense is a part of how he blew up. Like, he got some film of him out there running around at safety, and it was just outstanding. And you could kind of just see that this young man's just overall athleticism, talent, his speed just got noticed. And it's a big addition to Notre Dame's class. It's like the Irish have 4-star Kenny Minchie, the All-American Bowl, Elite 11 finalist committed. Of course, he's that crown jewel at quarterback. But how often at Notre Dame have we seen the Brandyn Hillmans of the world or Ian Book or a Drew Pine end up being the guy at quarterback? So who the heck knows? I definitely would not slight him as an option at quarterback. Do I think that's where he ends up for his Notre Dame career? It's not. But from what I was been told by his high school coach, like they run it's not some gimmicky offense. Like they run a lot of what colleges do.
Oh yeah. I mean, you see that on his film. It's tons of that. It's that quarterback centric, the Urban Meyer type of an offense, the spread, the quarterback dominating on the run. The kid could throw too. I mean, you could see it. I mean, do you see, when you're watching him, you could see him doing a Tyler Buchner type package as a true freshman, just get his athleticism out there. Why can't he do the 3rd and 1 package instead of Mitchell Evans going under center? Correct. Give it to him and let him run quarterback power. He is physical. He's fast as could be. So just throwing that out there, like we're talking about as a quarterback, you could easily see this guy doing some form of a package because he looks very natural back there, very comfortable. That throw right there on that highlight looks like a quarterback sitting in the pocket, not someone's just running around trying to figure it out. Beautiful curl route right there. Hillman's got a lot of skill, a lot of talent, and I think you're right. He's going to be one where there's going to be about five assistant coaches at Notre Dame going to be like, can I have this guy? Give me this guy for the next 3 years and let me develop the heck out of this guy and find a way to get him on the field because coaches are going to be fighting for this guy. He's outstanding football player.
Good leadership skills. Again, obviously a freak of an athlete. This is an exciting pickup. It's a low risk, very high reward take for Notre Dame. No brainer. Good job by the staff. They brought him in for an official visit. The Stanford game. Now we're going to the defensive clips, which I'm sure folks are excited to see. So yeah, hosting him for the Stanford game. The Irish lost. I think this play, see him dropping back. Yeah, he comes up. Yeah, and he likes to hit people. But
yes, he does.
Notre Dame losing against Stanford didn't really deter him. Took an official to Kentucky. I think that's the only 2 official visits he went hosting to Notre Dame and Kentucky, and just like Notre Dame the most. I don't think there's some crazy recruiting story to tell here. The bigger story is just how he blew up so late as a senior in high school. Yeah, here we are. Brandyn Hillman, Notre Dame's new commit. I mean, if he did play defense, Tim, where would you see him? With like a rover strong safety?
Oh, yes, 10 times yes. I just love him out there. I mean, that was the first thing I saw, when Notre Dame offered him, and I was watching his film like, oh my gosh, play him at strong safety. Just his athleticism. He's very athletic, very, very physical. I can see this guy being a box safety down, Notre Dame does so much nickel dime. He's easily, playing within 10 yards down in that box. That's where I would play him just because I just love his physicality. But you get him the ball as an offensive weapon too. I'm telling you, Mike, where's he going to be? He's that athletic on both sides of the ball, which, I talk about stars, rankings, all those things, just pure athlete in this heck of a 2023 recruiting class. He's up there. He is up there as a guy who could play either side. And that's a rarity these days with so many specialists only playing one way in high school football nowadays.
Yeah, this is the type of athlete that Notre Dame needs. If he's going to hit his potential, I think this is a player who's got that dog in him, that national championship level guy who can, help bring Notre Dame to the promised land. Like, he's obviously it's a team game. We get that, but like, you just watch him, like, that's what Notre Dame needs. Like, both sides of the ball, just an absolute athlete. Put him near the football, and good things are going to happen. And folks, good things will happen if you stay locked into our Blue and Gold YouTube channel, because we always have the latest in Notre Dame football and recruiting. Hit the thumbs up if you liked the news of this commitment and our video here. Of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content, and head over to blueandgold.com for all the latest Notre Dame football coverage written form. Appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you next time.